Hello, this is John Sace, host of the bi-weekly podcast, Half Truths and Whole Lies, and as we know, there's a whole lot of lies out there. This episode is titled, Is AI Coming for Your Job? Is it a job creator or is AI a job destroyer? Armageddon. Who knows? With every major technology change like the rise of the internet, there has been significant impacts to society, positive and negative, and this is no different with AI. Are we going to have jobs eliminated like 30% unemployment? Are youth walking around like zombies on their phone, chatting with AI? Are we going to have a major creative boom where one or two people create all new companies with all the mundane tasks taken care of by AI support in the background? It is unclear what will happen. The only guaranteed jobs will be completely human interface jobs like healthcare, psychiatry, and sex workers. Pastors can even be eliminated. All we have to do is lay a phone up at the pulpit and it'll do a better job of preaching and it'll collect all your donations via Venmo. Who knows where we're exactly going? We're going to be talking about all of these issues with my co-host, Carl Sace. Hello, this is John Sace, along with my co-host, Carl Sace. Carl, just tell us how you're doing.
I'm doing awesome, John. I am ready to rock.
I'm going to talk in my pirate's voice. I'm doing great. My mind is sharp as a tack. And I look forward to our pompous debate, and I'm going to put you asunder and make you walk the yard arm, my friend. I
think it's a plank, but you can walk the yard arm too. I'd like you to do the pirate voice the whole episode.
Yeah, I can't. That's a little too hard. But you are a pompous guy, and so we're going to have a pompous debate.
Okay, we will.
So we're going to be talking about AI, and is it really coming for our jobs or people's jobs, and really what is the impact of that? Yes, there's a lot of concern out there. You hear like college students booing speakers that even mention the word AI. They think all young people think it's coming for their jobs no matter what they're doing. I don't think that is accurate. I'll give you one scenario quickly that I think is interesting in that it's actually a job creator, a boom for certain people. So there is this company out there, MedV. It's run by two people. It was created as a front end for dealing with healthcare, getting doctors and nurses and all these guys connected with different people. They don't have any employees. And within 2 years, they're over 1.8 billion in sales with two guys. However, they have no employees, but they're really actually directing people that have all the employees. So it's fascinating how two guys could create over $1 billion company using a software stack and then having do all its kind of emails and promos and all that. There's an example, but on the downside, data entry guys, I think I was reading that 63% of data entry people are going to be losing their jobs to AI because it takes care of mundane organizational tasks. I would say you really have to get into the weeds to understand whether it's positive and negative, whether the short-term impact, long-term, is it,
I'm wondering how MedV is a positive story. A company that would have taken 20 people is only 2 people now because they're using different software tools and AI. Positive for them, and it's positive for the doctors who don't have to hire staff.
No, it's actually utilizing just connecting people. So I would say that position didn't really exist. That activity didn't exist as a job.
I would say that it makes our economy more efficient, doesn't create jobs.
Well, it created a job for those guys. The point is, entrepreneurs, anybody, I think instead of saying, I'm going to get out of college and I'm going to work for a big company, I'm going to get out of college and I had this idea and I'm going to start this company, and I can start a company and know it will help me with all the mundane tasks that really take a long time for people to develop and understand in many little industries, but now you could do it. So
yeah, but you're not going to be able to create,
I think you could create hundreds of thousands of new small companies.
I don't think it's going to create enough companies of 2 people each to offset the people you're going to get rid of. You're going to get rid of paralegals. You're going to get rid of middle people. data entry, middle management, decision-making, administrators. The dentist's office doesn't need the insurance lady and the person up front anymore, the office manager. They just need one person because, now the insurance is all handled with AI. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I would tell the booers at the graduation ceremonies, they should have picked a better major. But those are the ones that aren't buying into it. But that's, to me, it's no different than other software. It's just a step forward in software application. And software has always eliminated jobs. Think about it.
Well, yeah.
And then created maybe some others. Otherwise, manufacturing and industry in general wouldn't be more efficient. We've gotten successfully more efficient with how many labor hours, what the cost of underlying production is. AI might be a huge leap forward. I don't think it's
I agree with you that it's a productivity and efficiency tool. And I was reading that probably what's happening in the next 5 years is selective use of AI. A company's not going to recreate its whole flow based off AI. It's just, that's the way it's not going to happen. And the actual limitation of AI use is probably somewhat organizational driven. If you have a great organization running a great company, they're not going to just plug in everywhere AI. They're going to say on one area, which it gets back to like the mundane tasks are going to be taken care of, but more creative areas, it will enhance their ability to do things quickly, to expand their business and hire more people. It really is just, will people adjust to it? I don't think all white collar, middle collar jobs are going to go away, but the people are just going, tick, 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 tick. I'm going to enter tick, 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 data. That's just not going to, their job's going to go away. And then they're going to have to be lady welders or something, or HVAC people, or they're going to have to be psychiatrists or somebody that needs a human interface. Like,
you really don't need a human interface for psychiatry. I mean, hell, the AI, we've talked about that, AI relationships.
Yeah, but most people won't find that actually psychiatry is really a true one-on-one where they really truly listen. They don't just give you crappy feedback, like positive feedback. Like, I never give you positive feedback, so I'm not a good psychiatrist. You need that. That's what your wife's for.
I don't know. Shrinking, the guy that was being direct.
Okay, it's
was
drinking.
Just like in your face psychiatry. That guy that you talked about on the TDS episode. That Fox surrogate. He's all about in your face. You can change in 1 week kind of crap. So
I think drinking is. I don't know. Are we saying that AI can substitute for drinking? No. Do you need AI bartenders? Are they going to listen to you? Oh, here's the AI bartender. You're sitting at the bar. You got your phone. Can I tell you my story of my bad day? And the thing goes, sure, Carl. I'd love to hear your friggin' stupid story. Oh, I dumped
AI
all the
bartenders. How's he? Well, he might be able to if you automate the whole process. That's what. You're going to have the different alcohols being able to conveyor. I don't know. Why not?
Oh, and when they flip that thing for you to pay, now it'll have some AI image it knows what you like, so it'll have a pretty lady that Carl likes. Carl, it was so nice to serve you.
What happens when they hit no tip?
Then they turn into a witch.
A little laser comes out.
Getting back to AI, I think there's some people that really think it's going to be dire consequences, but it's like I was thinking about this like with the intro, any significant technology change like the rise of the internet had huge social impact, had financial impact, and it changed a lot of things. A lot of new companies were created. Similar here, but I think there's a lot more risk. I think really true decision-making jobs, and I was reading this, where significant input, understanding everything needs the human overseeing. It needs to have that. And it's not going to...
So I'm sitting there thinking it's going to actually make society more striated, separate. You're going to have technicians and executors, people that actually have to be hands-on, and then you're going to have decision makers. You're not going to have the middle management anymore because you're going to be there, but there are going to be a lot less of them because they only have to oversee a smaller group, and a lot of their decisions can be automated, or they use it as a system. Like you're saying, administrators, people that were in the middle, and that the software can now make the decision. But you're still going to need technicians. You're still going to need the HVAC guy to go out to the house or go up on the roof to check with the chiller until we get robots, and then who knows?
Yeah, robots, though, honestly, robots doing everything that a person can do, manipulation of hands, make decisions exactly on the fly instead of be programmed is a much, I would say that's at least 40 years where robots really take our place.
I tell people to study their history that are worried about all these jobs going away, because look at what happened in Industrial Revolution Britain in the 1800s. That's where the rise of the Luddites, people breaking machines and stuff because they had automated maybe a process, and all these workers in England were getting, this is in the 1800s, I believe, 1800s, were getting afraid of their jobs getting rid of them. There was actually
isn't that when
strikes and riots? There was riots and stuff going on.
And then the rise of the labor unions probably at that time too, because of the mundaneness of some of these jobs, these repetitive jobs. So I think, in my opinion, it's generally a good thing. There are going to be new jobs associated with cybersecurity more. Actually, that says that's going to be a bigger and bigger portion. There's even a talk of having within the armed forces, a separate armed force associated with cybersecurity. I just heard that in the Pentagon. Cybersecurity is important. Governance, jobs associated with the guardrails around AI, what can be automated decision making. There's going to be a lot of database people. Actually, that's going to be a big rise. People understanding the use of databases. How valid is the data? So somebody's got to say, where are we getting this data from? Is it from a Russian, I don't know, some Russian guy is feeding a bunch of...
It's a Russian data factory, John, in the Urals. They've set up these places where guys are just writing articles that supposedly come from legitimate journals. AI sucks it all up, and then the next thing you know, you're all getting vaccinated for
Russia.
It's
Fake
always
news.
Russia, John. It's always Russia.
I think AI is the creator of fake news. It is not CNN, MSNBC, or even Fox. It is. Who knows?
Yeah.
What is it? Who creates fake news? The Russians?
No.
The Israelis? The cabal? We're getting back to the cabal eventually.
And getting back to the point, I don't think AI, I think it's going to shift jobs. People were going to college to get, so they could sit in an office and review financial data. That ain't going to happen. Those are the jobs I think that are going to be a problem. But then the problem is those were the jobs that started people that are now at the decision-making level, maybe VPs and stuff, guys started as supervisors and like at Pfizer, there's been CEOs that started as supervisors, or things like that. Now it's going to be, where the heck do they come from? Who's going to be able to make that leap? Problem, though, when people don't understand the basic part of a manufacturing process or the industry and then become the CEO from a totally different industry. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But
I actually think the power players are going to be the very technical people. In other words, the true people that understand large language models, how it's manipulated, how it's done. These guys, they're going to be deciding how things run because they're one of the few people that understand it. It's critical that I think we do more still technical skills as well as what we'll call the trade skills, which are still fairly technical. I think.
Are we going to let AI figure the government and the Defense Department? I'm hoping that Congress uses it and asks them, how do we get rid of this deficit and this debt? I wonder what answer AI would give them.
Yeah, it might, because it's pretty good on the financial side and understanding that stuff real time. Yeah, but also getting back to where skills should be training, I think students should be, this idea that they're in the liberal arts. I just get a liberal arts degree and then go out in the business world and people will hire me. I don't think they're going to hire a history major just for the hell of it, right?
Well, they don't do that now. They hire business majors sometimes just.
But even business majors, unless they're like into the technical side of the database and the governance of it and the cybersecurity, why would you hire them when you can hire some technical guy that really understands the underlying fundamentals?
Because that person, if you're hiring a supervisor, you want somebody that can actually lead people. And the problem with AI is you don't know that until you actually sit down and talk to that guy and you go, yeah, his resume looks great. He's got all the technical skills, but he comes across as totally not able to interact and communicate.
I think communication is going to be, you have to have a highly educated person, but also a highly skilled communicator, I think. And I think that will come across in interviews and things like that. But, the idea, a history major, think about it. AI can kind of crank through a ton of data, kind of outline a book for you and create 90% of the book, and you just go through it and kind of half-ass edit it, and you'll have a history book.
Well, that's what's been going on for centuries, John, half-ass editing. That's where the fake news came from.
I don't know if you're a big believer in fake news, but I don't know. There's some fake news. But anyway, we're getting off track as we always do. The other concern I have is the idea of Armageddon. I think he brought this up to you. Armageddon. You know, there's this rise of these individual self-directed AI created by individuals or small groups that could go rogue, could hallucinate, could make decisions for us, like war games, you know, the war games scenario. So they could do a lot of damage especially with the highly automated weapons we're going through. You know, we're going through automated field artillery. You know, we're doing automated drones. There's so much of that stuff, automated boats, right? Everything could become a weapon, and anybody potentially could be the greatest hacker in the world because he's got this model that he's developed. Who knows? What do you think of that? You don't look concerned. You look bored.
It's not like the president can launch a nuclear attack and create Armageddon by himself. It's not like one man can do it. To bypass the systems in place right now, well, hopefully we don't set that up. It would be idiotic.
Maybe you have agentic AI for the president, and then you have the defense secretary has his own AI, and then the sub-commander has his own AI, and they all go, oh, let's all talk to each other and ignore our bosses. But they all go, oh, let's launch an ICBM for the hell of it. Do we really need people anymore? That's always the Armageddon scenario. Do we need people? Could we just run our factories with AI? Could we run everything with AI? I don't know.
It might happen that way. I mean, that's why people worry about constitutional law and rule of law and all this other stuff. If you get to a point where the guy that's holding the nuclear football is loyal to only a man and not the Constitution, then crazy shit can happen.
Does an AI have morals? No.
It could. If you programmed it that way, it could have certain gatekeepers set up.
The real question is, just like you worry about our leaders, does our leader in leading AI agentic agents, do they have any morals? I don't know.
And that's what I said. That's why our current president wants to regulate AI. Not to make it easier, but so he can control it, John. That's the conspiracy theory.
I could see your eyes widen. Whoa! I think we've
had this discussion before.
Okay, so let's go into the different. We have a bunch of callers leaving messages on our machine here. So we'll go to the first caller. I said I'm going to do away with the pre-screeners. Let's just let it happen. Let it rip.
We'll see who we got. Why not?
This is Dr. Jill Biden. Do you think AI could replace my husband, Joe? He is about as exciting as watching a leaky faucet drip. Anything would be better than that. AI, please help me.
I can only hope so. And not just Joe, but the rest of the political machine. Maybe AI would be a better way to go.
Well, if you watched her book tour, I would say, yes, we need to replace Joe. He walks up to her and says something, I love you, Jill. Or, no, my new book is coming out too.
I'm just surprised Jill called in. I didn't know she was a follower.
Well, we could say, yes, I would like to see Joe replaced by an AI. I don't know, Carl, he's a little liberal.
That, like I said, John, that's one job classification I'd love to be replaced by AI.
Let's hear what the next one is.
This is Donald J. Trump, leader of the free world. I love you guys. I listen to you all the time.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a winner. You guys are winners. To change the subject, my skill set is beyond reproach. But there's some people that think AI could replace me. I'm a winner. How could it replace me? Do you think AI could replace me? That's it.
Okay.
Bye.
Joe, Donald,
I don't think Donald Trump could be replaced. His behavior is not consistent enough, right? For an AI.
No. There's an algorithm there, John.
Who's going to do it? Who's going to control?
All you got to basically is use the acronym TACO.
Carl believes that he always comes back from his decisions. Who knows?
Strike out at 90 degrees, and then before you know it, you're at 360, and then you're back again at 270.
I think his erratic behavior might be hard to algorithmic. Create an algorithm. My son could maybe
throw a little bit of random number generation in there and chaos theory, and there you go.
Let's go. On this one.
What's happening, you two idiots? My name is Renona Wider. I'm a manufacturing technician at a vaccine facility in North Carolina. I'm not seeing how AI will seriously impact my job until they automate everything or have robots that are as dexterous as humans. I mean, 3/4 of my job is just watching the computer screen and responding to what the software is telling me to do. So unless they invest a boatload of money in automating every process, which won't be in my lifetime, why should I care? Bye.
What, with Renona? Renona.
First of all, I know why you left the company now after hearing Renona. I would assume you have everything automated. I mean, why was she having to watch the screen? That's pretty damn stupid. I think she could have replaced you as the quality engineer.
There's the FDA, John. Somebody's got to sign off on stuff going down. They haven't actually abdicated the right to computers to make decisions yet. There's always got to be a human interface.
Okay, yes. So government itself, because of rules, could prevent AI from taking over certain jobs. That is a fact.
Exactly.
Hey, I didn't think about that. And knowing the government, they will institute that kind of stuff. I would say I'm not a fan of labor unions. I think the government is worse than the labor unions in terms of rules, right? Riona, I'm glad you're working there. Okay, let's go to another one.
I'm
Random.
a computer guy. I use AI all the time. I think it makes me more creative and productive. But, I listen to you guys all the time, but I make fun of you to my friends because you're a bunch of idiots. I'd like to ask your opinion. Does it make me more creative? Or I'm just wasting away and becoming dumber and dumber as AI takes over my job?
I think he's the computer guy at the beginning.
I think I don't know. It seems to help me. I make a lot better decisions when I start looking stuff up. But you got to be a critical thinker.
I think as a coder, it helps you do your job more thoroughly. So you don't have to kind of do the boring stuff that will stop you from thinking. There's a lot of stuff in coding that is just you got to do it. It's repetitive in a certain way. It's not really important to the algorithm or the idea you're doing. I think AI for a coder makes them way more efficient and lets them think about the true thing they're trying to do, the decision-making process within it. So I think it's probably a good thing for coders, even though it will take some jobs initially. Okay, let's go to this one here.
I'm a bored husband where my wife leaves town for work every weekend, but she calls and talks to me for an hour. I can't do anything with boys. Do you think I could create an app that would, when she calls, would just log into that and it would use my voice and it would just say, yes, you're right, honey. Oh, no problem. I'm wrong. Please forgive me. And you're such a sweetheart. Those kind of sayings, just kind of repeat them and keep going.
Yeah.
And boy, this would help me out. I could have some fun with the boys on the weekend. Thanks.
He wants it to replace. He doesn't want to talk to his wife.
I think that could happen. I mean, they already have, AI relationships. We talked about that before. So, maybe that could replicate your voice and appropriate responses.
Yeah, I think if you talk to it, give it enough, say you had to talk to it for a half an hour, get out your cadences and everything, and then starts looking up your background and your searches and it could probably do it.
And you got to give it specific information about your wife, where her moles are, other things.
Oh, the fact whether she's pretty or ugly. She's a pain in the ass. Just know that. And she wants you to always...
She tracks me.
Yes, my wife tracks me too.
I wonder if your wife could do... Yeah, my wife tracks me too. I wonder if your wife could do an AI agent that just calls you and when she's out partying on weekends.
How about an AI agent for the wife that just nags you?
How about two AI agents? The wife AI agent, the husband AI agent. They just talk to each other while you two are out having fun by yourself. That'd be awesome.
One AI is talking to the other and they think that they're real. And then what happens? The two AIs fall in love and they go off into the sunset and they leave you. Wow.
I don't know what that has to do with jobs, but go ahead.
What does it have to do with jobs? It creates new apps that people can create.
Maybe instead of talking to your wife, you could actually go get a job.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Noah's the Texas Slammer, the best injury attorney in Texas. Yee-haw! I've been told that AI will replace lawyers. Sure, they will be able to research law faster, but how the hell will they be able to represent a client or make an argument in court? I think it's all a bunch of crap. Just like people predicting self-driving cars will be everywhere. They've been banned from all kinds of cities, and AI will be banned from the courtroom. See you later, you goof balls.
Goop balls.
Did he say balls?
I think he was calling us goop balls.
Oh, goofball. I thought he was saying
Texas
balls to the
accent
walls.
was hard to understand, or that's a West Texas accent. I think he's
That's
smoked
true.
a few
Never-
too many
never-
cigarettes in his life. What do you think, John? Maybe had a rough throat sound.
Well, I think as a lawyer, I would say never mind the bollocks. An English saying. But as a lawyer, I doubt that the judges will allow them to just bring in their little laptop and walk out and go to the restroom and go, just
Yeah.
watch the.
I think
judge.
actually it'll make you lawyers more money, John, because they can get rid of their paralegals and a lot of staff. Now they can just do injury cases by themselves and pop up.
Yeah,
in the courtroom.
actually, this will increase the number of guys with numbers like 444-444. Call me. I will make you money. Well, whatever the hell.
1-800 bad accident, whatever.
Now we'll have thousands of commercials of individuals and no staff just wanting to
And
take
the
your money.
margins will be awesome.
God damn it! I don't think I want to see this.
Actually, it might work because then with less staff, they're going to get better money. They can actually cut their fees down from the standard 30% to like 20. They can be more competition.
Oh yeah, I guess if there's 1 million more lawyers, yeah, they'll have to fight for your wreck. They'll actually send you money just to have them talk to you. You know how like there's now real estate agents that say they will pay you money just to represent you. Of course, I know that will come out at the end. You know what I mean? Like, actually, there's probably some upside to this. I like that idea, Carl. More competition. Thousands of these injury lawyers out there. And that'll create more
all we need,
jobs
John.
for
just-
for TV guys.
I just love an injury attorney advertisement everywhere I look, which is crazy because I was watching a hockey game the other day. The penalty box seat, Las Vegas injury attorney ad.
In the penalty box. The guy's got a big wound on his head,
It's true. I'm like, that's pretty amazing. I wonder how much he paid for that location.
Okay, let's go to the next one. These are all fascinating. So we think it's probably going to increase the number of lawyers, but decrease the paralegals down.
Yeah, decrease the staff. Like I'm
Yeah.
saying, decision makers.
yeah.
More of them.
Okay.
I'm a nurse in a limbless ward in a major hospital. We've downsized, and I now take care of 100 limbless patients.
Limbless
And I do this by handing out smartphones with AI to all my patients, where they can get assistance and eventually contact me. I sit in an office. What's wonderful, I take care of 100 patients, and I haven't gotten input from any of them in a week. This is great. I love it, just like I like Jamaica.
I'm thinking if they're limbless, that's an interesting term. I think there's another term for that. But anyway, I'm thinking maybe they can't contact you. Are they all just upper body injuries? Maybe they can't actually interface.
They don't
with-
have any limbs.
Did you
so
just
they're-
walk by the room and toss a phone on their chest? And say,
It reminds
"Good luck"?
me of Monty Python's and the warrior, the Knights of Neat. He
Nice.
just kept fighting without any ability. He just
Yeah,
headbutts them or something.
Okay.
So they're all laying in bed. They got this phone on their chest, but they can't do anything. They have to use their nose or something. It is more productive for him. I agree.
I don't know. I'm thinking nurses are good. Doctors probably okay. I'm thinking those hospital staff, like all the administrators and the insurance people, they're going to be cut down.
Actually, I think this, for the human interface part, meaning the actual nurses and the doctors and the people that are doing the work, that's still going to be there. They can be more efficient. Yeah, but all the organization, the scheduling, and the setting up of appointments, that's all going to be automated. So there'll be less jobs in the lowest level, but the nurse level, I think there's still going to be lots of jobs. They'll have diagnostics. You won't even need as many doctors because of what they call nurse practitioners will probably even increase. So that's kind of fascinating. I think we have another call. Let's see here. There's a...
Hey man, I'm wondering about greenskeeping or landscaping jobs. I work on a golf course and I've seen them looking at mowing robots. Right now, they're expensive, but with AI and how tech stuff seems to be getting better and better, I'm worried that no job is safe from AI. I mean, sure, there will have to be someone checking and maintaining them, but it looks like fewer and fewer of us will be needed. What do you think?
Landscapers, I would compare robot vacuums to maybe eventually robot mowers. You still need to do a lot of cleaning, like in your house, even with a robot vacuum because it's not perfect and you got
We're not talking about your house, John. That damn thing is like a freaking surgical ward.
Anyway, my point is that, yes, there will be more robot AI-driven like lawn tractors and stuff. There's so much stuff that happens in a lawn. There's like a limb that falls down that would get in the way. There's also a lot of landscaping work with bricks.
But I think it's going to cut those guys down in half. I actually played on a golf course that each hole had its own robot that cut the rough down. Where's this? In
Dallas?
Virginia? Yeah.
Wow.
The robots are about $15,000 each. Fancy club, private. The robots just constantly roam the rough. They map them out for each hole, just like if you ever played golf lately, the GPS functions they have, the tools they have will give you almost an exact, I don't know what they're using.
Location,
maybe satellite
probably
photography and stuff like that. So then they have a charging station they go to. So you got to have the power and infrastructure. But now the humans are just mowing the fairways and the greens. But I'm sitting there going down the road, like you said, I can see where the robots are lighter, so they're not like on a big tractor. So you don't have to worry about them creating like ruts and stuff in the ground,
And
wet out. There's restrictions, but and you got to have somebody to maintain them. But one good mechanic could probably take care of, all 18 robots.
So this is kind of like where a lot of this is heading as we talk about this. The mundane part, the part that's just most people could do. You could substitute a person. Now you substitute, something that's pre-planned or pre-done, or a machine that will do it. It'll do that, but it will still increase the technical things. So this whole thing, I think, points to a long-term rise in skilled trades. Skilled trades which have to be done from mechanics, electrical technicians, the plumbers, the pipe fitters, the oil rig guys, the ton of those kind of jobs. So a machinist, you can make $150,000 doing that stuff now easily.
That's what Mike Rose says.
That guy that talks about the dirty jobs, right? That are taking over.
He's got this new college or something, new training thing going on.
But there is a lot, because I taught in high school and there was a lot of them that went to trade schools. There's a lot of them opening up and they're fairly sophisticated. They even use AI. They use virtual reality to help you train. There's a lot of stuff like that. I think there's maybe one more call.
Let's just say my name is Mary, no last names. I have a jackass for a boss. When I do a lot of work, I have to listen to his trash talk. He blames me for everything. I can type like 60 words a minute. I'm more than just a typist, but I hear that I might be replaced by AI. Who will he have to yell at when I'm gone and has an AI and a goddamn computer? I hate to cuss, but what do you guys think? Man, this is ridiculous. Who is he going to yell at? Damn it. This jackass boss of mine. Now that I might be gone with AI, what do you guys think? Is AI going to replace me?
Yeah. I think his greed's going to overcome his desire to yell at somebody.
I think he's just going to have an extra laptop. That
he's just going to have. They're going to come up with an AI interface that you can abuse.
It's kind of like the app that we had for the bored husband, They're going to have an app for you to yell at, getting back to psychiatry.
Yeah.
And it just takes your abuse and kind of, you're right, I did it.
You're so good. What would I do without you?
I would say your job's gone, probably.
I'm thinking,
I like it. So I think we've come to the end of our show, and that we're going to then do our takes. Carl, since you're the co-host, you got to go first.
All right, I'll go first. Here's my take. I think AI is going to get rid of middle jobs and some data and stuff, but I still think a lot of government regulation is going to keep it from taking over things because people's lack of trust. That's my take, whether you like it or not.
Again, Carl is getting short-winded. Who knows why? he might have asthma. My take is that AI will create a boom in creative job types, and therefore, over time, I think it will compensate for a majority job losses in the very mundane tasks that a lot of jobs are. Those are the jobs people hate. So if they hate them and they're just going there for the money, it'll free them up to do something more creative, like welding a beam or turning on an HVAC. But anyway, that's my take, whether you like it or not. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I had fun making it. I would like to thank all of my listeners and my co-host, Carl Sayce. And please subscribe and follow us on YouTube and Spotify. Please look for the next upcoming episode in 2 weeks. And as always, we look for the truth behind all of the lies.